So it is a Transformer Tuesday today, and a brand new listing has showed up on Amazon, but showed up a little early on the other side of the globe when it's a completely different time zone. Amazon Australia posted up a listing for a Transformers Generation Selects Targetmaster Cyclonus. Now, we don't have a Western listing just yet, nor do we have a price, but the Australian listing will give us a lot of the information that we are talking about today, including images, what this comes with, a potential price point, a potential release date and ship out date. Let's jump into that. Let's explain what we're looking at here and just sit down and enjoy some Transformers. Now, just to preface, Cyclonus, which this mold is based off of the Kingdom Voyager Class 1, was voted the #1 toy by a landslide by the fans in the Transformer Slag podcast, Best Toy of 2021. So this is a much anticipated and loved mold by the fans. Now, we had a listing a while back talking about how we were going to be getting a And His Armada Cyclonus, which still we have no information and no stuff has surfaced about that since. But now we know at least what this mold is going to be used for here. And this is official. And it is a toy accurate. Again, the emphasis on toy accuracy over show accuracy, a return to that since our Dinobot segment that we just talked about yesterday. A toy accurate Targetmaster Cyclonus. Now, what they did here, they took the Kingdom Voyager class Cyclonus. They gave it a couple of deco hits to kind of invoke that toy accuracy. I'll go into every fine detail from top to bottom afterwards. They also include a sticker sheet, a foil sticker sheet. Again, very similar to what they did with the Hasbro Pulse Leader Class Galvatron, aka the Galvatron 2 or Toy Galvatron. So also a foil sticker sheet to kind of doll him up to look toy accurate like the original toy, and we'll get into all the fine details afterwards. And they include a Siege mold to be his Target Master. In this case, the Siege blowpipe repainted and redecoed into now Nightstick. Interesting about this, I just want to mention, because we had a Generation Selects Artfire that came with Nightstick, and that Nightstick was using the Fire Drive Siege mold. Now they're going with the blowpipe Siege mold. Is this the same character? Is it different characters? Kind of weird with that, especially since they're both within the Generation Selects bubble. They're both using Siege molds, in this case, 2 different Siege molds, but they're also the same character, but different characters. Not to mention, the original Nightstick was a single barrel kind of Target Master in his gun mode. None of the Siege Target Masters really have a proper single barrel. Like, in the end, blowpipe is probably the closest of the bunch, but he still has that small little cannon on the side. So they tried their best, and I think that this is probably the best version that they could do for Nightstick. But again, he's just a repaint of the Siege blowpipe mold, and looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Now, let's get into a little bit of what's going on in terms of this deco and what's happening from top to bottom. So in the alt mode, we'll start with that first. He's going to come with the same gun that he originally came with the Kingdom one, just now painted in black, so there's nothing new there. The blast effects that are included with it are the blast effects that came with the original blowpipe, now Nightstick, and now instead of it being in the clear, I believe it was clear yellow, now it's going to be clear purple, those 2 blast effects. The deco, again, invoking that of the original toy accurate Cyclonus colors from 1987 in the case of the Target Master, but the 1986 one had similar kind of deco stuff too. Of course, there's little differences between them. There's blue hits and everything like that. We'll go into the robot mode and really go top to bottom what's going on. So, #1, the original Kingdom Cyclonus, show accurate color scheme, everything like that. What's going on here with the accuracy in terms of toy accuracy? So, starting with his little, I guess we'll call them bunny ears. You have the blue hits, the blue deco of paint that's found on the original toy is now found on the bunny ears. When you go down to the chest area, when you start looking at the stickers and everything, here's where things get a little weird, and I kind of hope that this is just a prototype and everything. I feel that the stickers are either way too big or way too small. I think they're either way too small because there's a lot of weird stuff going on. #1, The chest sticker for the Decepticon logo, originally on the original toy, it was on his left breast. In this case, they put it in the center because they want to cover the Decepticon logo in the center there. But I find that the Decepticon logo, the sticker is cut too small, and it barely covers the Decepticon logo that was under it. I hope that gets fixed later on. Same thing with the shoulder stickers. The shoulder stickers, again, that little like colorful grid pattern that was found on the original toy as a sticker. I find they're a little tiny there. They could have made them a little larger and kind of cover the rest of the surface area of that indentation in his shoulders. Even the original toy, they were much larger, those stickers. At least the wing deco, not the wing deco, the wing stickers, those are pretty good. They fit in well, at least to my, the image that I have here. And again, it matches that of the original toy that had that weird kind of sticker on the wings. When you look at the ab area, again, the original toy had a little bit of blue splash of paint in the ab area, so they kind of copy that. Looking at the original toy also with his forearms and his wings on his arms, and he had his little wings too, what they did is they opted to mold the entire arm in a gray plastic, so it has the gray wings on the arms, and then put a little bit of splash of paint on the forearm to kind of mimic that of the original gray forearms that the original toy had. Again, fine little details to match that. When we get to the legs, again, the stickers, at least there, are trying to mimic the original G1 stickers, and those ones at least fit in kind of well. When you get down lower to the kneecaps, again, there was black plastic that was used as the joints for the knees of the original toy. So they put the black kind of paint in the knee indentations there of, I guess we'll call them the knee guards to kind of mimic that. Here's where we get kind of weird. The stickers that are used for his shins, they're too small. And they're so small that they clearly cut an indentation in the sticker so that it could have clearance for when you use those landing gears, but the cut is too small, and when you're probably going to take out those landing gears, it's going to damage the sticker. So I want to assume that a lot of these stickers that we're seeing here in this image from the stock photos are smaller than what the final product's going to be. I hope that's the case, but there's a lot of weird stuff here with that. Some are perfectly sized and some of them are undersized. So maybe we'll see something in the future, and this is just an early test shot, if you will. But otherwise, it looks cool. I mean, sure, it looks pretty cool. Again, a fantastic mold. People love it. So if they get another opportunity to get it and it comes with a whole bunch of other stuff, hey, that's pretty cool. It comes with that nice Generation Selects box with his silhouette of art on it. And here's where it gets kind of like dicey. So the original MSRP when you bought that Kingdom Cyclonus was $31.99, let's say $32. The new MSRP we have now for Voyagers is $33.99 or $34, so we have a $3 price increase already we're dealing with. So right away he's going to be $3 more than his original just by being a Voyager. But then you have the blowpipe included. Now blowpipe, the Siege blowpipe mold, which is now Nightstick, was originally an MSRP of $5.99, $6. We don't have an equivalency, really, of that price point today because now we have the core classes, our new tiny price point. But let's assume that kind of went up $2 also. So $34.99, $35. And then let's say if it went up $2, so it's $7.99 now. So let's say $8. You add it together, let's say $43 because we don't really have a price right now. Who knows? Maybe as of this recording, when you're hearing it, we do have a price. But $43 makes sense. If you want to add $1 more, maybe for the sticker sheet, so let's say $44, it should be. According to the Australian listing, it's $72.99 Australian dollars, which when you do the exchange rate is $57.99 American. So I'm hoping that this conversion is just kind of incorrect in terms of the different, I guess we'll call it buying power from region to region. And I just hope that this is something that's at least in that 43 to 45 range, which would make sense for considering what the modern price points is and stuff. I mean, the packaging is now cheaper to put together now, and I'm adding a couple extra bucks considering the inflation on these new price points and stuff. But let's hope that it's that. The arrival date, according to the Australian listing, is going to be in mid-August of 2022, so there's not a big waiting time. But otherwise, a fantastic looking figure. I think it looks cool. I just hope that they kind of fix that sticker issue. Again, a fantastic mold. And it's not the first time we've had a Targetmaster modernized version of Cyclonus. They did that way back when we got our first modernized Cyclonus through Universe 2.0 and everything, and he came with Nightstick. And then we got repaints of it like crazy. We got Bacon repaints with Fracas and all kinds of crazy stuff. So I don't think this is the end of this mold. I think we're going to see a lot more of it. Now that he has his Targetmaster, who knows? Maybe we'll get a Fracas repaint. Maybe we'll get a Shattered Glass repaint. We'll get that Rodimus color on it. Who knows? But pretty cool stuff otherwise. I just hope, again, they fix that sticker problem. Very weird. And hopefully the price is at least agreeable. So let me know what you think. Pretty cool stuff. Still more to come. Again, like I said in my live stream on Saturday, it's going to be a busy week. There's a lot of stuff I feel is going to be surfacing, and this just adds to it day to day. I'll talk to you soon.